Yeah, hello scrappers. It's Friday for me. Probably won't be Friday when you're watching this, but thought I'd run a little bit of copper in, get a little pocket money, a little cash flow. Cleaned up a bunch of motors yesterday. Temperature is a little cooler, so spent some time outside. Now, right now the scale's saying 29 pounds, 11.6 ounces, and the bucket weighs about 1.75 pounds, so roughly 27 and a half, something like that. And still got a few of these ends that I cut off with strings on them. I'll work on them later. I threw one in here, so I'm going to try a different yard. I'm going to try Al's Metal Recycling up there off of 29th Street in Oklahoma City. And never been there, never used them. And so by looking at Google Maps, looks like they got the yard laid out pretty good with all the non-ferrous up front, and they got, from Google Maps, looked like they were putting in a second scale. Now I don't know what their plans were, if they were going to tear out the first scale or have a scale coming in and a scale going out. But yard looked like had pretty good space. They had a pretty good pile of tin or shred light steel in the back. So, and right now they said on the light steel they're paying $100 a ton, which I'm not going to haul any of that in right now. But actually, I'm going to take this load of sheet aluminum in. I've got in this bin, and that way I can free the bin up, because I've got the other two bins like this I've got full of light steel, and you can see I got some shoved in a barrel there. I've got a bathtub that's sitting on a pallet. It's got light steel in it, and I think I got another barrel. So I thought, well, if I get this freed up, I can take it in. And then, since I have to make a run to the city every few weeks to pick up different meds up at the Indian clinic, I was thinking, well, what I could do is load up some of the shred, refrigerators or whatever. A lot of the small stuff, I can load it up in the back of the Colorado, and maybe a bucket of copper or brass or something take along. But the tin will pay for the gas to go up there, and then I got to go to the city anyway to get the meds. So, and this yard here isn't too far really from Metal Check, so it's not really a whole lot farther out of the way. But if their pay is good and people are friendly, Metal Check is really very impersonal, because the guys that help you unload is really the only ones you can really talk with. And then the other guy that does the ticket, he's behind a glass window. He can talk a little bit through a speaker and mic, but then you go to an ATM to get paid out. So but you can see some of the damage I did here yesterday. Did a lot of little bitty motors. I still got a few stators here. Some of the bigger ones I didn't get to, and then a lot of the little stuff there. So, but I'm gonna get busy. I've got this to keep this stuff from blowing out going down the road. I'm going to put this piece of plywood over the top, and then I'm going to put some stretch wrap, which I've got the stretch wrap sitting right there, and tape. So I'm going to stretch wrap kind of around the edges and over the corners. Okay, I'm going to try to stretch wrap this without taping the corner. I already pre-cut that plywood down a while back. Actually, probably 4 months ago, I had that, I was doing a lot of cutting with the plasma cutter, and I had that old centerpiece out of a horse trailer, and I said I might have a use for that wood. One guy commented, what use could you probably have, possibly have with that rotted out piece of wood? Well, this is it, Nothing spectacular, but I cut a lot of the rot off. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. It's trying to pull. Get it around the edge good to keep the board from going anywhere. Okay. Just getting around the edges like this, that should pretty well keep it from getting any air up under there and lifting that off of there. And if anybody's wondering, Harbor Freight sells the stretch wrap. So now we'll take that out to the field with the tractor and try to get it up there on the trailer. Then I'll throw a couple straps over it. Okay, got her strapped down. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but kind of help make sure the straps stay put while I'm going around the other side to strap them down. What I did, I hooked it down there and then put a magnet up here to hold it in place until I got her strapped down. That way they don't end up kind of sagging down here and unhooking themselves. I've fought with that enough over the years. Magnets are a scrapper's friend, I tell you. So always keep plenty on hand. Which these right here come out of an old wash machine. That one that has a round motor and all the little bitty coils of copper. Yeah, that's magnets. And they came out pretty easy, really. Okay, now I'm going to drive this around by the shop and put the bucket of copper in the back seat and throw a few bottles of water in the ice chest, and we'll be ready to get out of here. Head for the yard. It's 12:01. I want to be out of here before 1, so we're making good time. So I'll pick it up in here a little bit. Okay, scrappers, we're back. I think I might have found me a new scrap yard to work through. The yard is pretty well organized, clean. They seem to give good, decent prices, and decent parking and everything else. So what we got here, and I had more weight than I thought I did. We got aluminum sheet. Aluminum sheet, we had 260 pounds. The gross is, of course I had to weigh the truck and everything because it went over the big scale. I didn't really care for that because, like I said, you know, that big scale goes on 20-pound increments. And if you got 18, 19, you know, so like here I had 260 pounds. Okay, I might have had 279, but it goes to, you know, since I didn't quite have enough to tip it to the next 20 pounds, you know, I could have lost 19 pounds at 41 cents a pound. That's about $8. So I didn't really care for that idea, but it is what it is. It would have been nice if they just would have taken it off and run it around, you know, put it on the little scale with the forklift and got a good, you know, a more accurate weight. And then I had the bucket. Said the bucket weighed 28 pounds. And I think my little scale here said 29, so they could be off a little bit on their scale. And he put down 2 pounds, which is about right. And net was 26 pounds, come out 71, 76. And then I took a little, one of these ice cream tubs with some copper tubing and stuff, and it was actually number 2 because there was solder joints and everything else in there. And there was like 3 pounds, and it gave me number 1 price on that. So I got $2.98 a pound on that, $2.76 on the other. So hey, $2.76, that's not bad for copper right now. It's not good. I mean, you know, what was last year? We saw $4 a pound. So yeah, it's way down. So $71 on the number 2 and almost $9 on the number 1, which was actually number 2. So and that's 98. So actually I got 22 cents a pound more on that than what I should have. So all in all, 187.30 came out a lot better than I thought I would. So I'm happy, and I'll try to take some shred steel down there one of these days and see how that goes. But from looking at Google Maps, their yard looks pretty organized, and they do have 2 sets of scales, but I don't know if they're just using the other ones for their big trucks, because they had some big open top trucks there. So, but the yard's pretty clean, pretty organized from what I can see, and it's pretty well easy in and out. So there it is anyway. Not a bad little payday. 187. So now I got to start cleaning up some more copper. But like I say, I've got plenty. That's just under my workbench right there. Yeah, skill saw, sander, sawzall, and then several copper motors. And then over here, which I still got to finish up this grill, I got a few motors here, a bunch of little ones to clean up. I need to get that tub cleaned up and out of here, a tote. Then I got a barrel full of copper motors in the other room. I got a bunch of transformers I need to go through and get them cleaned up. So glad we're starting to get a little bit of cooler weather. It's going to be fairly warm today and tomorrow, and then I think it's going to cool off again. We're supposed to get rain. Yeah, we'll see. So hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I appreciate it if you subscribe. If you're not sure, take a look around the channel. You know, look at the playlist, look at the different things I do, and maybe something there might grab your interest, and hopefully I can earn your subscription. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.